Hello, it's another month, another Monday, and another chance to learn from our mistakes. Happy May, everyone. The 2021-2022 school year is coming to a close. The end is rapidly approaching. Kind of hard to believe that this school year is the same as when we started way back in August and September of 2021. We were social distanced. We were obviously still really deep in the pandemic and masked. And since then, we've kind of tried a different approach to things within this school district, and I'm sure around the states and around the world as well. It's been a journey, I'm sure that you agree out there, anybody that's been teaching. This has been a challenging, truly challenging school year. I thought last school year through the screen was difficult, and it was. But I would also explain to anybody that's not in teaching that this one has been just as difficult. It's provided its own challenges, getting all our students back into the schools and helping them along the way in their life journey. I will say it's been difficult to stay positive, and that's something that I think reoccurs in some of these videos that I do for this series. Just trying to stay as positive as possible in all of my interactions, in all the relationship building. It's not always possible, but that's always something in the back of my mind. Something to really point out as we start May here this month is that I noticed in my own teaching that I want things to be resolved quickly. I want things and problems to go away really quickly, and that's not always the case. It can't always happen. I'm not just talking about missing assignments, although that's part of it potentially. I'm not talking just about lessons, content knowledge and skill development within the students. Recently, what I've noticed is I want disagreements or conflict, disrespect or behavior issues between classmates. I've seemingly wanted that to be done and over with quickly, and I'm not giving the students enough time to actually really grow. Here's what I mean specifically. Let's say that I had a disagreement with a student and I pointed out something that I thought could have gone way better, far better with respect, maybe. I'm noticing that I want that to improve within minutes, just within that exact same class period. And that's not the reality. This stuff could take days and weeks and even months of a person's life. And certainly if there was a disagreement, things aren't going to be mended immediately. I'm not sure if I'm doing this recently because I can feel the end of the school year approaching, or I really want to get this school year, behind me. But that's not being mindful. I'm not living in the present moment. I'm kind of living in the future mentally, wanting things to get better and improve. And I'm not offering up that chance for students to correct any behavior issues over a series of days or weeks of the quarter that I have with them. So while I'm not proud of myself in that regard, I'm not proud of my teaching in terms of offering up some time for students to correct misbehavior or disrespect, I am proud of the fact that I'm able to identify that. At least I'm aware and I can see that. So now, how do I mindfully respond? And that brings me to my mindful tip for this month, which is circle back. I think that's kind of a cliche. Let's circle back on this. Let's table this topic. Let's put this on the back burner mentally, and we'll revisit at a different time. But I do mean it. Circle back with students at a later time so that you can reinforce whatever lesson or whatever topic, whatever discussion that you had. What that looks like in a real interaction with students is to provide feedback, then to give space, give time, but also space, physical space, but also some mental and emotional space, and then see if that improves at a later date. I prefer the next day, but not every teacher sees their students every single day. So maybe the next time that you interact with the student, then that's that perfect chance for the teacher, for me in this instance, to revisit and just kind of reinforce what was mentioned real quickly. In that moment, I prefer to get down to the student's level. And I mean that literally. If students are sitting in a desk, I want to squat down or sit down with them. I'm a pretty tall person, so if we're standing in a hallway, maybe I get to a point where I can kind of sit on the edge of a table or a desk. So I want to actually be kind of at eye level with the students, and I want to reinforce the fact that I'm on their side. My actual dialogue will include those sentences, those statements. Hey, I care. I'm on your side. If I didn't care, we wouldn't be talking right now. So just to reinforce the fact that as a teacher, I do care enough that I've pointed out whatever behavior issue I saw, and we can talk things through. This also provides the student a chance to explain their side of things. Everybody just wants to be heard, young people especially. What that does for both of us in this instance is it lets us affirm that we had potentially an emotional interaction. and some of those emotions deserve that affirmation. It lets us also kind of move on. You know, it might sound, again, a little bit corny, but we're back on track and hopefully moving together as a team. Circle back with students, give some space after feedback, give some time, and then return and enforce whatever lesson it was that you needed to get across. Now, we knew this as educators, right? I knew this, chances are you already knew this, but it's a nice reminder. I need to hear that. I need to tell myself those reminders from time to time, and I found success with it recently, and I wanted to talk about that here this month. For any other educators out there, try it out, see how it goes. Let me know. I'd love to hear in the comments what it is that you're doing to circle back and find success with interactions with students. What I'll do is post a resource on this very topic right here in the YouTube description that you can check out right after watching. All right, that's it for this month. As always, thank you for tuning in. If I get to one of these in June to wrap up the entire school year, great. And if not, then I hope you have a wonderful summer of 2022. Thanks for everything. Thanks for all the support. I hope everybody is happy and healthy out there. And if not, I hope you're taking steps to get there. Thanks and take care.